All right, so this is Brandy Spray, and you are in the Joyful Pregnancy Birth Hypnosis 101 workshop. And I am so glad that you guys have decided to join me. We've got some fun stuff planned for this little session here. If you've got any questions at any time, please feel free to type those in the chat. And for those watching the replay, you can shoot me an email. All right. And you may have a slight delay over what you see versus what I see on my screen. So just a FYI if my talking doesn't line up with the slides you're seeing. And yeah, so there. All right, so anyway, I am here to talk to you a little bit about hypnosis and using it in childbirth. And so if you had dropped in on this this call thinking that you are going to be learning all about cooking or organizing, you are in the wrong class. So we're going to talk real quick about what hypnosis is and what it is not, to clarify that, because that seems to be an area of confusion for some people. And we'll talk about how it helps in labor and birth, and then we will have a short hypnosis session for you guys to listen to. Just to tell you a little bit about who I am. All right, here's me and my peeps. I am a childbirth educator and a doula. I got trained as a doula back in 2007, and I am a Blissborn hypnosis educator. I am a Hypnobabies certified hypno doula and a certified birth professional for hypnobirthing, the Mongan method. So I have a lot of passion with birth hypnosis, and that is driven a lot by my children. I've got two adorable kids. I've got a 12-year-old son and a 9-year-old daughter, and I used birth hypnosis for the birth of my daughter, which was a VBAC, and so I am very, very passionate about this topic and want to share that with other people. So just to kind of get into this, is hypnosis real, and how do we know that this is not just some hooey or some random thing? Well, the truth is that we've all experienced different forms of hypnosis, and we're going to talk about here in the next slide too, but it's our conscious and our subconscious, and how our body interprets and acts upon the ideas that we've got. And so generally speaking, your conscious is the thing that you're actually thinking about really actively, whereas your subconscious is all those things that's going on in the back of your mind, and it's also a state of mind of what you're at. So I'm going to show you here what hypnosis feels like, and here's a little picture of a doula client who gave me permission to share her image, and you see she's smiling. Her contractions at this point were probably about 3 minutes apart, so they were pretty close. So this is her just kind of resting in between. But typically, hypnosis feels like a state of profound relaxation, more awareness. So you're actually, instead of being less aware like some people might think, you're actually a little bit more aware and able to respond, normally. And so that is really important in childbirth specifically. So it's intense focus and relaxation is what I like to say when people are asking me about what it feels like. So hypnosis is not, 100%. About 5% of people who are undergoing hypnosis actually refuse to relax enough. They don't believe, or they are very analytical and their brain just won't relax and settle down. And so, but a lot of times those people who just really feel like they can't be hypnotized, it's because they are buying into some of the hype. And it's important to notice that it's not like in the movies. You don't go around clucking, and there's no, watches swinging back and forth and that kind of thing. True hypnosis is something that we experience on a daily basis when we are driving and you're going down the interstate, you're on a normal route. Obviously, you're paying attention to the road, you're very focused on what you're doing, but you may not notice the amount of time that has passed, and you probably haven't noticed all of the signposts or all of the exits that you've passed. And it's not that you're not seeing those, it's just that your subconscious is processing them and acknowledging that they are deprioritized, and so you are focused on the driving aspect. And so that's what we want to do during childbirth, is to focus on the task at hand and let all those other things just relax out of the way. Oh, and it looks like I've got my phone in here somewhere buzzing, and I apologize for that. So yes, here is the, this is not what hypnosis is. You're not going to have to look into my eyes and become my slave. There you go. So what is hypnosis then? It is, like I said, profound state of focus and relaxation. And it is, that state of just really being concentrated. And I like to, remind people that it's about personal empowerment, having, access to the powerful part of your mind and knowing how to use it. And it can be used in so many other things beyond childbirth. So how does it help you to accomplish a great birth? The benefits of using hypnosis far outweigh the cost of how much time you put into it, or if you were to take a class, how much money you're putting into it, or books, that kind of thing. It's shown to reduce labor. Even for first babies, 6 hours is really a common average for someone using birth hypnosis. And it can be used to help induce labor, turn a breech baby. These are not like anecdotal things. These are things that have actually been shown and researched, and it's been used for thousands of years. So a lot of women will say that they had a really different experience than what they expected, because they expected to have a lot of pain and discomfort, and they were actually a lot more relaxed and had a lot less pain or no pain at all. So, who can use this? And the thing is it's not necessarily just for people who only want a natural birth. It can help people who are planning a C-section. One of the big things that I do is I like to work with parents and address any fears, concerns, anxieties, stressors that they might have, and try and help them to reduce those. And if that means that they have a scheduled C-section and I need to help them get through the anxiety points around that, I certainly, will help to do that. And I apologize that my phone was buzzing again here, and I don't even know where it is. Oh, there it is. It's underneath my computer, you guys. Sorry about that, the interruption here. So anyway, myself included, I used hypnosis, and I did, in fact, have an epidural for my daughter. And so I found that using hypnosis during birth for me was really beneficial, because I was able to relax through that kind of anxiety-driven feeling of getting the epidural, because that can be really stressful in its own. So here we go. Go on to the next slide here. So this is what we really are wanting to learn here with the 3 basic elements of hypnosis in childbirth. So it is intended to reprogram your subconscious mind. We have already been brainwashed about what birth is. We have been told that birth is a painful, difficult thing, and that it's very uncomfortable and not fun. But the fact is it is a rite of passage, and it is important to note that it doesn't have to be this negative experience. So we try to reprogram and set a new mindset for what birth is and can be. And then let's see here. Oops. Got my next little bullet point here. And then we work on techniques for releasing those fears and breaking that cycle. So has anybody here heard of the fear, tension, and pain cycle? You can type that in, what you feel about that, or what you've heard. But basically, you know, the more fear we have, and I use the word fear as being anything related to anxiety, stress, emotional response. But, you know, if you think about a public speaker who is, you know, really nervous before they go out to speak, their hands get sweaty, their mouth gets dry, and they get more and more nervous, and so that's the fear, and the tension starts to build up, and then they have that physical response of having the sweaty palms or dry mouth. And so it is that cycle, and then they start to think about how sweaty their hands are, and then that makes them get more nervous, and their stomach starts to get upset, and then they realize that their stomach is upset, and it just becomes this cycle over and over again. And so hypnosis actually shows you how to relax your body and break that fear, tension, and pain cycle so that you can relax your body. Now, medications will do that, but it only helps with the physical pain part. It doesn't help with the emotional part. So by reprogramming to release your fears, the relaxation can cause the sense of well-being and release the tension, and a lot of times then medication isn't needed because you haven't gotten into the cycle that's causing the pain. Does that make sense? So far, so good? All right, so here's the thing though. You are the one in charge of your birth. So what I have come to understand, and this is important, is that there is only one person in charge of getting you ready for birth. And if you don't believe that you can have it all, then you can at least choose how much less you will get. So if you want it all, you need to work at it, and you need to believe that you can have it. The benefits can really benefit moms in ways that are well beyond just childbirth. Dads and partners can get more involved because they feel more confident. The birth experience in general is generally more positive, and the cost of going to the training or learning about this and practicing, taking that time, it's just there's an unexpected value of mom and a newborn and a calmer baby and those types of things. So the only warning with this is that you need to have a quality program, and your results will heavily depend on the type of training you get. You want to look for a program that provides a person who is actually trained in hypnotherapy, not just a childbirth educator is great, but having a little bit more of that specific hypnosis that's intended for the medical purposes, as well as having plenty of materials to study from so that you can prevent boredom, but you have to be able to practice through this, and practicing with a live instructor or a class group setting or something like that is really, really beneficial, because not only can you ask all those questions and things that you might have, but you can maybe learn different techniques or things to help you out, as well as just spending time really focusing on hypnosis versus the birth process, and adding a little bit of hypnosis on top, really focusing on hypnosis from the bottom level up instead of the other way, really can make a huge difference. So, just in summary, we all have different kind of altered states that we're having every day. Good hypnosis classes are about personal empowerment and benefit for a long time. They can create shorter labor, easier, and you're not going to be zombied out and that kind of thing. So what I would like to do at this point, and I've got a link on the screen there too, that you can go and download a pre-recorded hypnosis session, and I am going to be emailing out the link to those who are here with me online, as well as my ebook for having a better birth with hypnosis. And so what I'm going to do though is I want you guys, if you are not already in a comfortable and relaxed position, I would like you to get there, and I'm going to get my video going because I don't have any more slides here for the moment. So we'll get my webcam, and then that way you guys can see me if you would like to see me. Hi! But there is no need to actually be looking at the screen because we're going to be doing a little bit of hypnosis here, and I am going to be reading from my script, so I'm not going to be looking directly at the camera the whole time, just so you know. So if you are not comfortable right now, go ahead and get comfortable. Find a comfy chair, get a last sip of water or something here, and you'll be able to get up and move around. You can look at the screen if you want, but I'd love for you to actually experience this and see, how it makes you feel or any, thoughts and that kind of thing. And the more you practice it, the better you get with this. So. All right, so just know that if you are not currently pregnant or you're a partner or a support person, a doula, something like that, and I mentioned something specifically about birth, make it your own. You don't have to, follow through exactly with if I'm saying to relax your cervix and you don't have a cervix because you're a man, just know that you can relax through that and just kind of skip over those parts that are not important to you. So here we go. So I'd like you to just take in a couple nice slow and deep breaths and relax. And you might notice that you're already starting to relax a little bit. And as you make yourself more comfortable, you can possibly uncross your legs or your feet or your arms, keeping your body still and passive. And as you relax into your bed or your chair, just relax any cares or worries for just a few moments. Now I'd like you to choose a spot on the ceiling to stare at. And as you stare at that spot, make it as small as you can. Focus on shrinking that spot down small, taking a long and deep breath. Exhale gently. Sleep now. Taking another long and deep breath, opening your eyes very wide, continuing to stare at that spot, and exhale gently. Sleep now. Your eyes become droopy and drowsy and tired, wanting to close. Taking another deep breath. And as you exhale this time, allow your eyes to close down. Sleep now. And as I say sleep now, it's a command to your nervous system to just let go and relax, drifting down into peaceful, drowsy relaxation. Any other sound that you hear will only take you deeper into relaxation as you focus even more on my words and the silences between my words. And you know that you can relax your eyelids beautifully, so go ahead and do that. Just imagine all of the little muscles around your eyes becoming heavier and drowsy with relaxation. Your eyes may even flutter a little as you let go of the remaining tension there. Allow your jaw to go slack. Let your tongue rest gently. Now send that same quality of relaxation all through your face, over the top of your head, down through your neck and shoulders, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just turn loose and let go. Every muscle, every nerve, every tendon. And find that growing sense of calm and contentment deep inside as you drift down deeper and deeper relaxed. And as you gently slow your breathing, a deep, relaxing sigh means that your heart and lungs are relaxing perfectly now. And the more relaxed you are, the more comfortable you are. And as you bring yourself into this relaxed place, you begin to relax every muscle. Your baby is enjoying this quiet time too. Quiet, peaceful, calm, and tranquil. All of your systems are balanced. And your baby is floating in a warm, watery place of total peace and love. As you relax now down through your hips, you notice how your whole body has become relaxed as it sinks heavy, resting into the bed or chair under you, feeling supported and safe. Down, deeper down into your legs and your feet and your toes. So relaxed from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. Now scan your body and notice what's going on in the center of your body. In hypnosis, your senses are heightened. You can feel your baby moving or resting gently inside of your womb. You've seen television shows where a tiny camera reveals the baby's magical world. So as you drift deeper, you realize that the more you relax, the more comfortable you are in your body, and the more comfortable your baby is also. In a loving, gentle, and peaceful place. Your baby is very comfortable in this warm, loving spot. You are the blessed carrier of new life, a beautiful baby nestled safely inside of your body. You know that taking care of your body is a way you can take care of your baby. You know that eating plenty of fruits and vegetables is good for nourishment. It's easy to choose those foods. You enjoy drinking plenty of water each day, and therefore your body is cleansed and refreshed. You seek out sources of high-quality vitamins and minerals for your baby as well as yourself, and this brings you joy. You exercise gently every day, as your healthcare provider recommends. You listen to your body, finding a good balance between healthy rest and activity. Your legs, feet, and ankles are light and smooth and trim. As the circulation increases and excess fluids are carried away easily and naturally. Your muscles and bones and tendons are more comfortable now as they easily adjust to your changing body. Your nerves transmit helpful information about your body, and you gladly act on that information to increase your comfort. Because you listen to your body, it helps you and guides you in all positive ways. You sleep deeply each night, and it's easy for you to fall asleep. You rest soundly and comfortably all night long. When your body wants to change positions, you move smoothly and easily and drift right back into a restful slumber. If you awaken at night, your quiet, peaceful mind takes you right back down to that peaceful, restorative, deep and comforting sleep. Sleep restores your energy and your peace of mind, so you enjoy your nightly sleep. And when you awaken in the morning, you feel refreshed and ready for the day. Each time you practice hypnosis, you find it easier to relax. You go deeper and faster into this peaceful state of relaxation and focus. You may even find it beneficial and pleasant that you desire to return to the state of hypnosis each and every day of your pregnancy. You can do this and feel good about it because it's good for you and your baby. You do this because it's easy to see how much it benefits you in your daily life. And you deserve this time for yourself to refresh and revitalize yourself. Take a moment to create the image and feeling of this relaxation and peace of mind for yourself and your baby. Get in touch with this way of being, all of the good feelings that come with it. Just step right into it now and notice how different things are now that you're calm, confident, and comfortable. Good. Now in a moment we'll end this session, but you can take these good feelings with you. They belong to you and you deserve them. I'm going to count from 1 to 5 as you bring yourself up and out of hypnosis. On the number 5, you'll let your eyes open and you'll be fully alert, aware, and looking forward to going back to this natural, wonderful state. All right. 1, calmly, gently, and naturally, returning to your full awareness once again, excited to return to hypnosis anytime you choose. 2, every muscle, every nerve, and every cell feels healthy, energized, and relaxed, enjoying the feeling of life inside you more and more every day. 3, from head to toe, you're feeling wonderfully good, physically perfect, mentally fit, emotionally calm, serene, and joyful. You are a loving and nurturing mother. 4, your eyes are sparkling clear, just as though they've been bathed in cool spring water. You feel confident and grateful to be the bearer of new life. And on the next number, you'll open your eyes feeling rested and relaxed as though you've just had a short but refreshing nap. And 5, eyes open, take in a deep breath, fill your lungs, stretch, and smile. All right. So, how do you guys feel about that? Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of relaxation and got to taste that hypnosis session just a little bit. Wanda says she felt good about that. That's awesome. I know that sometimes the first time we go through one of these kind of guided meditation or guided relaxation things, which is what hypnosis is, it can sometimes feel a little awkward or whatever, and it just takes a matter of practicing sometimes. So I'm going to get you on to the next slide here. So in a nutshell, here's what we kind of talked about today, and hopefully it is clear, you know, of what we can accomplish with childbirth, hypnosis, and there's different ways to, you know, accomplish that, and we do that through reprogramming our mindset and releasing those fears, and then of course relaxing the body. And it can be used in your daily life in so many different things. I've had dads tell me that they've used it for dental appointments. I've had moms say that they've used it for other opportunities, like when they're getting waxed. You can use it with when you're talking with your children. I use it with both of my children. My daughter uses various techniques. She gets a little bit of stage fright whenever she performs, and she performs for big audiences quite often, so she uses her techniques for that. So it can be used in so many different ways, and there's different opportunities for learning it. Obviously there's different books and things like that. that you can get, different programs you can order and study online. You know, I also do offer various classes myself. So at this point, I'd like to ask if anybody has any questions. You can certainly type those in for the questions. And what I'm going to do after this is done, because we're wrapping up here, is I am going to get this online for a replay for you guys, so you'll be able to kind of go back and you can maybe listen to that script again or whatever, but I'll also send you out the MP3 that was done by Blissborn that you can actually download and specifically listen to that, and that's a little bit longer than the one that I just did now here online. So you can listen to that script anytime, as well as I'll send out the ebook for anyone who is interested in that. So question here is, do I teach any classes online? Actually, yes, I do. You can go out to dayspringdoula.com/online, and I have my class information out there. I teach classes in Fargo, generally North Dakota here, generally on Thursday evenings. They're 5-week sessions, and so I can do private or group classes for that locally as well as online, and we can do it as a webinar type thing like this, or we can do Skype or phone calls or that kind of thing too, and I can customize it based on what you need, whether you just need a refresher, whether you want a full curriculum using Blissborn or something like that. Any other questions that anybody has? I'd love for you to connect with me online. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram, and I would love to have anybody join me for any of those mediums, and you can certainly shoot me a question on any of those formats, and hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. If you have any other questions or anything for me, feel free to send me a message, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great afternoon.